Okay. What is up, everyone? Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing all right, but my throat, I had a frog in my throat all morning. I hate when that happens. But yes, I am Darkside Phil. Indeed, it is Friday, March 25th, 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, a momentous day. For today is the start of the Patron's Choice playthrough, the first one of the year. The first Patron's Choice of 2016. And it is the beginning of Persona 3 FES, which I guess some people are saying is short for festival. It is the kind of special edition of Persona 3. As you can see here on the screen already, I'm going to be playing it. It's the PlayStation 2 emulated version on the PlayStation 3. So hello everyone and welcome to the premiere stream. I'm excited. For multiple reasons I'm excited. Here's why. Let me explain why I'm excited. Number one, it's a JRPG. And as you know, I'm a huge fan of JRPGs. I like the fact that there is intelligence to the gameplay, some strategy involved, that there usually are long narrative stories with well-developed characters. There's a lot to say about the JRPG style of game. Now, I don't get to play JRPGs all the time, simply because, unfortunately, and I'm being real honest here, they don't really catch on with a widespread audience, okay? A lot of people, especially Westerners, Americans and some Europeans, don't really like the old school style of JRPG gameplay. They think that it's dated, they think that it's boring, going through a dungeon, having repeated randomized fights and stuff. A lot of people find that annoying or boring. I don't. I grew up with it. I grew up with JRPGs. The classics, like the Final Fantasy series, Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana. As I gotten older, this Suikoden series, or I don't know if it's Suikoden or Suikoden. I never actually heard anyone pronounce the word. But that series, amazing, right? Wild Arms. Some really awesome JRPGs that I grew up with. And I'm used to that style of gameplay, and I actually enjoy it. I do. So when it's something special like this comes along, I rejoice. Now, obviously, I can't play JRPGs all the time because I would go out of business. As I said, they don't really retain a lot of viewership. Usually it's a little niche of my viewer base, a grouping of people who really enjoy this. It's not the main grouping of people who come and watch me play brand new AAA games. But I'm very appreciative for those of you who do come out and watch me play this style of game. Okay? So, last year, one of my Patron's Choice playthroughs, it was actually, I think, the second one of the year, because the first one was Minecraft. The second one was Persona 4. Now, I'd never played the Persona series at all. I didn't know what to expect at all. It was kind of just going cold turkey into a brand new JRPG series. I'd heard a lot about it. People really love that series, right? There's a hardcore following for it. But I had never played it myself, so I didn't know much about it. Come to find out, it was actually one of the most engrossing JRPGs I've ever played. Great character development, tons of side content in the social links, right? Great dungeon design, cool boss fights, just a lot of stuff going on in the game. I really enjoyed it, and it ended up going from what was a Patron's Choice playthrough, which, by the way, is only a guarantee of around 4 gameplay streams. It turned into a long, ongoing playthrough that went throughout the month of May and June, and I believe I actually finished it in late June. I'm not 100%, I don't remember. But I do know that I played the living shit out of it and ended up beating the whole game. And it ended up being one of my longest video game playthroughs I've ever done. If you actually look, I think the longest one I've ever done was Skyrim. And I think Persona 4 might have been second or third for the longest playthrough I ever did, okay? Now, here's the deal, though. That was a different situation than this year, and allow me to explain, okay? The reason that it was a different situation is because last year, in the month of April and May, there wasn't a lot going on. In fact, I'm thinking back now, and I remember the only real major release excuse me, for that time frame was I was finishing up Bloodborne, which had come out in late March. The only major new release was Mortal Kombat 10, which is great, and it was a great game, and I did a lot of coverage of it, but I wanted variety. I didn't want to be doing just Mortal Kombat for, months at a time, because I knew people would get burnt out on it. So Persona 4 was the thing that I balanced with Mortal Kombat, and it worked out well. It really did work out really well, as I was able to do several major streams of the game, to the point where, it was kind of like a balance between Mortal Kombat and that the whole time, and it worked out nicely. This year, I'll be honest, not so much. All right, so let's be real talk here, okay? There's tons of stuff going on right now. Dark Souls 3 just released early, or at least if you have an Xbox One, you could play it early, and I started playing that, okay? I'm already still playing Pokken Tournament, really like that game. I don't want to drop that out of nowhere. I'm still doing Street Fighter V, which has its first DLC content this week. So certainly that's something that I don't want to drop out of nowhere, because I'm really enjoying Street Fighter V, the first DLC character, plus the Trials mode and all of that is coming out this week, which is freaking awesome. Very excited for that. Okay, so, all that being said, I'm going to be balancing my time with other stuff. I'm going to be playing other things while I play Persona 3 FES. Now, here's the other thing. Guess what? Early April is huge for new releases. Quantum Break, the new Homefront game. We've got other stuff going on. So it's kind of like almost the exact opposite of last year's situation. Last year, there was nothing really going on besides one game, and so I was able to dedicate a ton of time to Persona. In this case, this year, it's not going to be the case. This year, my time is going to be pulled away frequently. All right? So, it is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. I'm just kind of laying down the law a little early here so people don't have misconceptions that I'm going to be playing this game hardcore. I'm not. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play it today and tomorrow. This coming week, I'm going to try to squeeze in at least one more session, and then I'm going to try to play it 1 to 2 more times before we hit the release of Quantum Break, which is April 5th. Then, the game is going to go on hold. Alright, I'm explaining this thoroughly, so hopefully everyone's listening. The game is going to go on hold for a while. Okay? It will resume probably sometime in May. Now, May is also a busy month. We've got Battleborn, the Overwatch Beta, Uncharted 4, Doom, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. All that is coming out in May. Alright, so, quite honestly, there's a lot of stuff going on in May. But what I'm going to do is try to make Persona 3, if I like it, by the way. I want to emphasize that, too. That I'm only going to continue this playthrough if I really like the game. If I'm playing it, I play 4 or 5 sessions, I'm like, I really don't like it as much as Persona 4. I'll be honest with everyone, and I'll let you know, and we'll go from there. But being that I liked Persona 4 so much, I think I'm probably going to like this game and want to do a full playthrough of it just like I did with Persona 4. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Even though I hear there's a lot of archaic things in it, and it's definitely not as robust of a game as Persona 4. I think since I played 4 first, and a lot of people say that this is actually the best game in the entire series if you get into it, I kind of want to give it a fair shot. But I just want to be upfront with everyone. I don't want you to get any kind of misconceptions or think that I'm promising that this is going to be a playthrough that's going to be every single day, every single week, for the next several months till I beat it. It's not. Okay, if anything, this is going to be the downtime game that I'm going to balance with everything else that I'm doing. Okay? So, hope you understand that. I hope you're not disappointed, but it is what it is, Gotta be realistic here with expectations. And I really think that doing it this way will be the right way. I do. I think that starting it now as the Patron's Choice playthrough, because I did promise that I would start it, and then continuing it later is the right way to go. I certainly don't want to just drop the game completely, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense to... Imagine if I just played this, I didn't play any new releases for April or May. Like I said, it's for a niche audience, and I understand that. Alright, so that's the deal. So, excuse me, I almost said 2.5 hours. 3.5 hours of this today, and 3.5 hours of Persona 3 tomorrow. That's great. So we'll have a good 7-hour start into the game. And like I said, coming up this week, what I think I'm going to do, either Monday or later in the week, like maybe next weekend. So I might have to wait a week, unfortunately, but I'm probably going to play another at least 2 to 3 sessions before Quantum Break comes out. So, thank you to those of you who are here for the premiere. I appreciate your attendance on the stream. Or if you're watching this pre-stream on YouTube, obviously I appreciate it too. But it is something a little extra special for those who come out for a new game and they're here for the premiere. That's kind of cool, right? And I'm looking forward to it. I hope that it's good. I hope it's good, as good as Persona 4. Like I said, some people think this is the best one in the entire series. So, thumbs up to that. Hopefully it turns out to be really great, right? Very nice. So, now that I've gone through that, and I've got that out of the way, let's very quickly talk about the schedule for the next several days so everyone knows what's going on, because it's a little confusing. It's all over the place, alright? Persona 3 right now, and obviously I'll be recording and uploading the videos to DSPGaming afterward. Tonight, I'm going to be uploading the conclusion of the story mode of Pokken Tournament and some online matches that I did with Sceptile last night in Pokken Tournament. So that's going to be the second batch of gameplay for DSPGaming tonight. In addition, I'm going to be working on the review of Pokken Tournament and releasing that over on KO Gaming. So it's kind of a dual night where there's going to be gameplay and a review. So if you've been following along my Pokken Tournament coverage and you're curious, gee, after playing the game for a week and beating the story mode and doing online play and the dojos, what do I think about it? Especially in direct comparison to Street Fighter V, another fighting game that released a month ago, you should definitely check out my review over on KO Gaming later tonight, which is at, of course, youtube.com/KO Gaming 1, where I do all of the edited style content videos, like reviews and montages, etc. They all show up over there, okay? Tomorrow, more Persona 3, as I just said. We'll have another stream, okay? And tomorrow will be a new DSP Tries It. This is a cool one. This is a chain that is exclusive to the West Coast that I never tried until just this week. Even though we've lived here for almost 2 years now, we just tried it out, and we were actually, well, I won't spoil. Let me put it there. I won't spoil. I think you'll like this DSP Tries It. People tend to like when I do this kind of thing, more local thing. That'll be released on the King of Hate vlogs tomorrow. Now, tomorrow night, Leanna and I are going to see Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. I have heard a ton of stuff about this movie, unfortunately, via social media. Seems like a lot of people have a lot of issues with it. I'll be honest, I was very critical of the movie when I saw the trailers, right? A long time ago, I was very critical. The last trailer actually got me hyped for it. So, we'll see. I'm going to see this movie tomorrow night, and then Sunday, I will be releasing a vlog of my thoughts, my reactions of the movie, okay? So, and by the way, I hate to say this, but it's not going to be a half an hour to an hour long. I don't know what's going on with people who saw this movie. They're apparently doing fucking vlogs that are, like, longer than the movie. 78-minute long vlog on Batman vs. What? I don't think there's any movie on the planet that warrants an hour-long vlog. Sorry, I mean, I'm just me. I'll maybe talk about it for 15 minutes, but I'm certainly not going to go apeshit about the movie, okay? So I'm going to be doing a vlog about that Sunday night. In addition, on Sunday is kind of up in the air, and let me explain why. I'm kind of playing it by ear in regards to Dark Souls 3. As you guys know, I played Dark Souls 3 this week because it became available early due to a screw-up by Microsoft. And I'm enjoying the game. I've done 2 major sessions of it. I'm really liking it, even though I do think there's a lot of similarities, and the game may be more similar to Bloodborne than previous Dark Souls games. I do like the game. So I'm debating whether or not I should continue doing it because, there's a lot of worries of people saying, gee, what's From Software going to do? Are they going to, start copyright striking people? Which is bullshit, by the way. They can't. It wouldn't be legitimate if they did, but it doesn't mean that they won't try. So what I kind of want to do, since I've only done 2 sessions, I'm basically behind most people who are playing this game on live streams and uploading to YouTube and such. So I'm going to play it by ear, And on Sunday, if nothing's gone wrong and everything's in the clear, I'm going to stream Dark Souls 3 again on Sunday. If not, if something happens, like, you know, From Software comes out and says no or whatever, or someone gets copyright strikes or whatever, then more than likely what I'll be doing is doing some Pokken Tournament. And you know, we'll hold off on Dark Souls. We'll have to hold off until April when it officially releases. But so far, so good. And what I mean by that is I've heard nothing whatsoever on the internet about any kind of negativity regarding Dark Souls 3. Okay? Apparently nothing's happening, no one's getting copyright strikes, nothing, no issues. So, that's fine. Good. If nothing happens, that means I can continue to play it, and Dark Souls 3 will be balanced in with all the other games that I'm playing, you know, in the month of April. So that's good. So hopefully nothing happens, okay? All right. Excuse me. So, hopefully Dark Souls 3 will return on Sunday. We'll see. And then Monday's kind of up in the air. Because Monday I might do more Dark Souls 3, or I might do Street Fighter 5, because Street Fighter 5 is getting its first expansion release this week, where it's going to have tutorial mode, it's going to have challenge and trials for every character, as well as online lobbies of 8 people, and the Alex is going to be released on Wednesday, the first DLC character. So what I'm thinking of doing is maybe Monday do the trials and challenges and tutorial, and then Tuesday do something different, like Dark Souls or Persona maybe, and then Wednesday going back to play it with Alex, and then Thursday doing something different, and then Friday I have my big marathon of what appears is like it's going to be Conker's Bad Fur Day HD concluding. We'll see. We'll see, but I'm hoping that, you know, things work out, and, you know, right now the voting, it is in the lead, and I certainly, I would definitely like to finish the game that I started in December. I haven't had a chance, right? So that's kind of the rough schedule for this week. In addition, there are other episodic games coming out, like The Walking Dead Michonne Episode 2, as well as supposedly the conclusion to Telltale Games Minecraft Story Mode. If those do actually release this week, I'll be doing those as like late night sessions. They won't be streamed, but I will be playing them and recording them and uploading them kind of offline like I used to. There won't be any stream going, because those will be done on as like later in the day. Okay? So that's the deal. Lots of content this week. Persona 3, Dark Souls 3, new Street Fighter 5 content, a vlog on Batman vs. Superman, the review for Pokken Tournament, and more Pokken videos. Lots of stuff going on this week. Okay? Certainly hope that you will enjoy it, check it out, and, you know, enjoy the variety of content. You know, for a couple of weeks, I just kind of had the same kind of content. Fighting, and now things are really mixing up, so I hope that you like that. Okay? All right, everyone. So we're going to get started here in just a moment, but now it is time for the gratuitous plugs, and then we will begin, okay? So, gratuitous plug, intro. Thank you very much for being here for the premiere of Persona 3 FES. I appreciate it. If you do enjoy my live streams daily, if you like my on-demand videos on YouTube, you like that this year I've mixed it up a lot and I'm doing a more variety of content, the fact that I'm doing more vlogging and edited style content rather than just gameplay all the time, there are several ways which you can support myself and my business and ensure that I can continue to do this full-time in the future, right? If I am a major source of your entertainment, and you like this, I hope that you will keep checking it out and you will so help support, all right? So, first off, if you take a look at the description of any of my live streams or my on-demand videos, you will notice that there is a link there to an Amazon Associate account. If you already shop on Amazon and you click that link, it will bring you to the Amazon website and you can shop as normal. Anything that you order in that session will give me referral credit and it helps the business. So for one click, simple, easy click, you can help me out. So please consider doing that if you shop on Amazon. That's number one. Number two, Patreon at patreon.com/DarksidePhil, where you can pledge monthly, and your pledges not only earn you personal perks, such as premium forum access, voting on monthly events, getting text or verbal thank yous, getting your questions answered in my bi-monthly show, Ask the King, or even getting a private Q&A video made. But in addition, you contribute to a monthly goal. For this month, the goal is a Blizzard Marathon. I almost never play games from Blizzard Entertainment. Recently, I started playing Hearthstone, and I said, wow, this is a fun game to stream. There's a lot of cool stream interactivity when I stream this game, you know? And so I said, why not do a goal where if we hit the monthly funding for this month, the patrons who pledge $5 or more will be voting. And if you want to see me do a marathon day of Hearthstone, a marathon day of Heroes of the Storm, which would be the first MOBA game I've ever played, or if you want to see a marathon stream of World of Warcraft, which is a game that I played many times in the past, especially when it was new on release and then later on, but I have not played in a decade. I'm sure the game is way different now, probably way more refined, better graphics. I'd be interested in doing that. So, if we hit the funding goal, we will do this special event. Right now, we have not hit the funding goal. Because I'll tell you right now, there's 6 days left in the month, and what always happens within the last few days of the month is people who maybe pledged large amounts last month will be like, oh crap, I forgot I have a big pledge, I need to lower that, and they'll lower it down, and so traditionally that last week, the last minute, the funding dips. So right now I think it shows that we're at the goal, but that funding is definitely going to dip in the next few days, so we need some people who have not pledged yet, who have maybe been planning on pledging and want to have control over what Blizzard game I'll be playing in this marathon. Please pledge within the next few days, okay? Now keep in mind, you don't have to pledge a lot. A lot of people have said to me, Phil, I don't have money. Okay, understood, and I'm never going to make my content pay to watch. It's always going to be free streaming and free videos on demand, don't worry about that. But I want you to understand that as little as $1 a month helps. This year, I am really getting financially challenged. Trust me when I tell you. This is really tight stuff this year. And your help directly here, even as little as $1 a month, is helping. The most successful Patreon accounts are people who have tons of people giving $1. I'm not kidding you. Go look at some of the most successful people on Patreon.com, and you'll see they have ridiculous amounts of people giving $1 a month. That's how they're successful. So don't think that just because, you know, oh no, $1's nothing, I'm not going to bother. No, it's huge. If half the people who watch me gave $1 a month, I would never have to worry about this ever again. I'd be here streaming whatever the hell I want every day. I wouldn't have to worry about, oh, what's popular and what's not, and rushing to play this or do this or views this and that. You'll never have to hear that again. But I need to get there, and I'm certainly not there right now. Okay? So, please consider pledging if you haven't. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil. You have about 6 days left this month to pledge. All right? And then, last but certainly not least, ladies and gentlemen, my girlfriend's business, The Black Current, has now celebrated its 1-year anniversary. She sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts, and she has been very successful. She had over 160 orders in her first year and shipped hundreds of items all around the world, including Europe and the Americas and, all kinds of stuff. Really, Canada. She has I like the fact she has international shipping capability to a lot of places. Her soaps have nothing but positive feedback. If you don't believe me, you can check it out yourself at etsy.com/shop/The Black Current, spelled Currant. She's currently highlighting her spring line of product, including 3 new scents that I really like: ginger ale, Moroccan mint, and Kentish rain. In fact, last night I showered with Kentish rain, and it smells great. It smells kind of like an upscale Irish spring, and I actually smell like it right now, and I smell great. And it's good stuff for you. It's much better for your skin than any of those crappy, cheap detergent bars that you'll buy at the store. In addition, her wax tart melts are a great alternative to burning a scented candle in your home, which could be a fire hazard, especially if you have pets. So consider it. And, a lot of people say, why does Phil advertise this on his stream? It's just a bunch of dudes watching him play games. That's not true at all. First of all, I have a female viewer base. How dare you sexist pigs, for saying that? I'm very offended that you would say that. All 2 women who are watching right now are very offended. But, besides that, it's not just for the ladies. The vast majority of people who have tried out Leanna's products are dudes, and they love it. Like I said, nothing but positive feedback. Some have become repeat customers ordering for their family and friends for gifts, but also for themselves. Okay? So check it out. Etsy.com/shop/the Black Currant. Please check it out. In fact, I think she even told me she has she's increased her sales goal requirement this year because she did so well. This year is off to a great start, and she's looking to get a few more orders this month. Check it out. I'm telling you, you're going to like the stuff. Especially, like I said, those 3 new scents, ginger ale, Moroccan mint, and Kentish Rain. I love all 3 of them. Those are male-oriented scents, in my opinion. And if you check it out, I think you're going to like it. Oh, and by the way, if you are domestic, meaning you live in the United States, she just started using USPS first-class delivery, and it's much cheaper. So the shipping cost is a lot cheaper than it used to be. You weren't going to want to take advantage of that. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the pre-stream. I thank you for listening. We now begin 3.5 hours of Persona 3. Thanks very much, everyone. Let's begin.